And now, John, that is one thing that you're kind of talking about. I mean, is it going to affect us here in East Texas at all? Are we going to get any rain or anything?
No, we're well away from the storm, so we will be dealing with heat while they're dealing with a lot of rainfall in the southeast part of the country.
I would want the rainfall instead of the heat.
Yeah, well, not as much as they're
well, not as much as they are. We do remember when Beryl came through. That was probably enough rainfall to get us until maybe September. But rainfall during these months are pretty good for us.
Yeah, it is. We are in our driest time of the year right now. And you can see right now that most of the East Texas area, in fact, all of it today, was free of rain. We did have some thunderstorms yesterday down in deep East Texas, down around the Sam Rayburn and Toledo Bend area. And today, the shift was back over toward the hill country and parts of West Texas, where thunderstorms continue to roll down into the southern part of the state, although they are, in most cases, beginning to decrease. Still some strong activity there west of San Antonio. Now here in East Texas, we are going to continue to see high pressure build in from the southwestern part of the country, and so that's going to put a cap on our chances for rain here in the East Texas area. Later in the week, after we see some temperatures getting up around 100 degrees through the middle of the week, we'll get this dry front coming into the area. The air behind that is going to be a few degrees cooler, so that'll knock the edge off some of that heat and give us a chance to enjoy some slightly lower temperatures. Now this is Debbie, as it is going to be forecast to move back off the Carolinas and produce a lot of heavy rainfall in that area as we go through the middle and the latter part of the week. So here is the forecast path for Debbie. Right now the storm is just below hurricane strength, 70-mile-per-hour sustained winds, so that makes it a strong tropical storm. And as it moves northward, it is going to be crossing the eastern panhandle there of Florida, and probably as a hurricane at that point, because it could become a hurricane just about any time now, and it is going to be making its way across the coastal areas there of Florida and up into the southeast. Big thing with this is going to be storm surge, of course, and some very heavy rainfall. Could be on the order of 6 to 12 inches. Some places could exceed 18 inches of rain, and we're talking about parts of Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, as that system continues to move very slowly, pumping a lot of that moisture off the Atlantic into the southeast part of the country, down to tropical depression strength there Friday afternoon, but still affecting the southeast. So that's why they are gearing up for some very heavy rainfall there in the southeastern part of the country, and that's going to be what they'll be dealing with as they go on through the week and up to the weekend. High temperatures in East Texas, about where we expect them to be this time of the year. 95 to 96 is normal, and you see the temperatures mostly in that range this afternoon. Right now, of course, we've come down off those highs, so we are falling into the 80s, and we'll see temperatures going on into the 70s overnight. Monday afternoon, we're back into the middle and the upper 90s, and on Tuesday, we'll start to see some triple digits back and there for the high temperatures. The only good news is the air is going to be a little drier, so we might not reach the criteria for heat advisories to be issued. Expect a low temperature of 75 degrees in the morning. Our skies remain mostly clear overnight. Monday's high 97 degrees, lots of sunshine and a light east wind. The next 7 days, some 100-degree temperatures in there through midweek, and toward the end of the week and into the weekend, we'll see our high temperatures back down into the upper 90s as that dry front comes in with that slightly cooler air behind it. You can check that forecast anytime by going to our website, fox51.com.
Thank you, John. We'll see